Hey guys, Fruitpanda here with a quick guide on Path of Exile leveling and farming. The progression system in PoE is such that you will eventually be forced to backtrack/farm before you can clear the next area. So, here's my top 5 spots that will net you more loot and experience than any other areas in the game. They're also relatively safe for those who play in hardcore, as there aren't any monsters with ridiculously tough perks there. Starting off with number 5. Act 2's Western Forest. By the time you'll get here, you'll have your first support gems in your equipment, hopefully linked to what you're using the most. It's a good idea to grab a few levels for those gems on this spot, as there's lots of grouped unarmored guys just waiting to get stomped. I wish I could rate this area higher, but its inconsistency due to the big amount of space you have to travel between packs makes it the least favorite of the 5. Still, I believe this is a spot worth mentioning, as this is mostly a leveling guide, not an endgame farming spot collection, as the endgame mostly revolves about rare maps. Number 4 is Act 3's beginning stage called City of Sarn. Due to the high density of mob packs, a guaranteed unique mob, which is by the way extremely fucking hazardous if you're not capped for physical resistance, this makes it a perfect spot for those who can't quite make it further in Act 3 without the need to backtrack to a previous act. You should start off from the entrance to the Sarn encampment and follow the northern border of the map, making your way through to the waypoint. Make sure to get that bear trapping unique guy, and then all the way back, this time following the southern border, the one that looks like docks. You're guaranteed a ton of experience, but unfortunately, this spot hasn't been nearly as profitable as the upcoming 3, so it's going to stay as number 4. My pick for number 3 is a church dungeon in Act 2. The tight corridors and a relatively small area makes this a perfect zone to use AoE to quickly get rid of enemies in great numbers. Beware though, the mobs in this zone hit quite hard, and if you don't have a good amount of resilience, especially elemental, you might get surprised. So do not come unprepared. Ideally, you want to start off the run on the waypoint on the first level of the instance. Make your way through to level 2 and finish off by killing King Leoric, or whoever that huge skeleton guy is. Teleport back to town, rinse and repeat. Time to take out the trash! Nah, I'm just kidding. It's time for number 2. Well, this still isn't my favorite spot. The insane amount of creatures on this level, combined with how easy they are to kill, the amount of experience you get for whacking them, and the awesome spoils you get make the docks in Act 3 one of the beastiest areas to level up on. The ghosts here have so little health that you might actually farm it with ease with a lot of plus rarity and plus quantity gear on. Anyways, there's no pattern for this one, but you should start at the gate to Battlefront and end your run there. Number 1. If you've watched this top 5 and you're an experienced player, you will not be surprised that the Ledge is considered by me as the ultimate farming spot in Path of Exile. Located in the middle of Act 1, it's the most accessible farming zone in the entire game, and what makes it so awesome is that the mobs in this area are entirely useless. I'm not kidding at all. The melee skeletons are slow as shit, the archers deal little to no damage, and the unique boss featured here is a totem that doesn't move even one bit. He just stays there in one spot, spurting elemental sparks like a madman, waiting for you to kill him. Don't worry though, they still give plenty of experience and drop great items. So get your item finding gear on, select your best AoE skill, and get ready to march into this heaven of simplicity.